there. Who's that? Your favorite VA realtor? Hey there, how are you doing? How are you? Is that Gem Styles? Hey, just be real. Ordinary Mommy, Tracy Jemison, how are you doing? I am waiting for my other live to come on. How are you doing? Ordinary Mommy of Two. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, just be real. Good to see you. Thank you so much. How are you guys doing? You doing all right? There we go. Hey there, just be real. Now it's up. Hey, Arlene, you made it. Hey there, Jesus girl. Betty, how are you doing? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I missed you guys too. How are you doing? It's Sansaria from Chicago. Hey, Miss Pamela, how are you? Aloha. Hey there, Margie. Hey, just be real. Is it broadcasting on Facebook? Hey there, Margie from Canada. All right. Hey, Mary. Oh, you are so welcome. So welcome. Hey, T. Marie. Hey, girl. That's my best friend. That's my BFF of 31 years, 30 some odd years, 31, 32 years. Hey there, Tracy Lee. How are you? Hey, Adrian. Hey, Marvina. Healing back to you, Lisi. Hey, Rigga. T. Marie has been my friend since I was a young girl. We were both young girls back in the day. Back in the day where we were young and little. How are you? Say, just be real. Am I good on Facebook? Hey, Miss Darlene. How are you there, Queen? How are you? ACC. How are you? We're good. What? Facebook is on? I finally got it right. I had to go to another computer. Hey, Miss Karen, I had to go to another computer and fix it. I don't know what was going on with my apps, but it wasn't streaming on my Facebooks. So I'm not on Clubhouse yet. Give me just a second. Because normally sometimes people don't want me give all these salutations before I come on Clubhouse. I'm like, hey, you have your family watching? Hey, Arlene Penton's family. How are you doing? Good to see you guys. Thank you. Well, I can't really see you guys, but I'm in spirit. Thank you so much for being here, Miss Arlene Penton's my little Canadian, I was about to say my little Canadian goose. It's my little Canadian angel up there. Thank you so much for having your family watching. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing, Princess Cha Cha? Thank you so much, Miss Hey, Danielle. I want y'all to know Danielle has moved to Washington State. She is officially family and she is officially a Washingtonian. And Danielle, I'm going to just let you know Washingtonians have web feet. We wear flip flops all year round. It rains a lot, but you're going to love it here. And we are so honored and happy to have Danielle Knight is a part of our family. She is here with us. So sometimes when we're actually streaming and stuff, you'll actually get to see her like walking around. So I am so happy that she is in a safe place and she's with family. Hey, Nina, and she's with family. Hey, Fifi, she is with family. I am so honored. My apologies. Okay, my phone is talking back to me. And Danielle, let me know if you want me to make you one of my moderators because I know you and Just Be Real will work great together. I appreciate you guys. I'm so happy she's here with us. Hey, Spirits Connect and V Ramirez, iHUD 808. Sounds like you're in Hawaii. Watching from Hagerstown, Maryland. Okay, I see you. I see you. How are you guys doing? Now, hey, now when I say I come in here late, sometimes I'm running here late, Danielle can vouch for me. Now Danielle can vouch for me. I ain't lying. So sometimes I'm still on the road. So, hey, beautiful one, how are you? Thank you guys so much for joining me. Well, for those of you that have Clubhouse, you are welcome to join me. Oh, you want? Hey, Danielle, Just Be Real wants you as a moderator on this channel as well. Hey, Tiffany, how are you? Hello, Phil, how are you doing? So Danielle, let me know because Just Be Real is asking for you too. Thank you guys so much for being here. So for those of you that have Clubhouse, you are welcome. Thank you so much, Miss Tiffany. I am honored. Hey there, Brianna Powered Up. How are you doing? It's official flip flops. It is. Hey fam, thank you, Dr. I'll be on. Oh, okay. Give me just a minute. I have to hold on. Let me go on here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Just be real. Say, come on. Come on. Come on, Cletus. Okay, give me a minute. I got to go on my own live. Oh, okay, give me just a minute. I have to hold on. Let me go on here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Just be real. Say, come on. Come on. Come on, Cletus. Okay, give me a minute. I got to go on my. I'm just talking. There you go. Danielle's officially. So Arlene, she said, Arlene, we got a winner. So just be real. Arlene and Danielle, you guys are all moderators on here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Danielle. And see, she says she can vouch for me. Now, when I say I'm on the road on my way, now she can vouch for me. So I ain't lying. So sometimes when I get in here late is because I'm still working. Hey there, Diane Joyner. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much. So, for those of you that are, hey, Danielle Land, how are you? You love my car chronicles? Thank you so much. So, before I go on Clubhouse, let me tell you how that happened. So, she said, Cletus is here. Hey there, Kim from DMV. So, you guys know that I had COVID, so there's no secret. I had COVID and I was working from home. So, the reason why I haven't been with you guys is because I was like what is it called when you like out of breath. So like there were times I was tired, there was times I was out of breath, and then during the week I was feeling better, then all of a sudden I was out of breath and I was tired again. Then 2 weeks later I felt good, then the third week I was out of breath. And so because of the fact that I wasn't on, and on top of that, I want to make sure that we use all channels. Sometimes you got a younger population on TikTok. But there are some people that on TikTok that need to hear this as well. Some people not on other social media. So thank you so much, Danielle. I am feeling so much better. So what I did, hey, Miss Shirley, oh, you watch my car chronicles? So one of the ladies, I don't know who it is. If I find out who, my TikToks are hilarious. So some of the ones that are hilarious are actually the ones when people were asking me real questions. And I think it was who was it? My brother over here. He said, do people really ask those type of questions? They do, but sometimes people want you to act out of character. So I said, you know what? I'm a comedian. I can take these and answer those questions. No big deal. So what I do is on TikTok, it's easy sometimes because, doing full-fledged videos requires a lot of energy and thought. And then I have to like study a little bit before I come on. So to make like 12, 14, 26-minute videos, sometimes I can't. Thank you so much. Sometimes I don't have the time to like, sit and think and do it. And so sometimes when you see me in the car, I'm actually pulling up at my office. So when I pull up at my office, usually something's on my mind. I said, you know what? 1 to 3 minutes is not that bad to do a video on a daily basis if I keep it up. And so I said, let me just come in and do some 2 to 3 minute videos. They're just as powerful as 14, 15, 16-minute videos. And then, of course, when we got those crazy questions, hey there, T and NPD in relationships. Danielle moved up here. Danielle is up here. Telsha, she done moved up here. She's officially a Washingtonian with web feet. But yeah, sometimes it's easier to get on there and do like 3-minute videos. And then because I realized like, dang, it really, COVID kind of took me off the camera for a little while because, when I get excited, I get to talking and I get to talking really fast and I got winded really quick. So I said, you know what? I said 2 or 3 minute videos is not a big deal. And then one of the ladies on here, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was one of the ladies on Facebook or one of the ladies on YouTube, but she says Car Chronicles. And when she said Car Chronicles, I said, you know what? I said, that's a perfect name. And so whoever that lady was, I want to tell you, thank you so much, because that was like the coolest title for exactly what I was doing, Car Chronicles. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Fifi. Thank you so much. I am feeling better. Y'all take care of yourself, just because she says she knows. But yeah, take care of yourself because I'm a tough cookie, but that COVID punch you in your stomach and you out of breath and you walk around breathing hard. And then I had to, we quarantined, me and my daughter had to quarantine. And so when we quarantined, just sitting on the camera, it really surprised me because sitting on the camera, after I was done, with my daily sessions, because you guys know I do therapy during the day and coaching. And so my day ends, I work from like 10 to 3, but it was almost like I was running up and down the stairs. And so I had to go lay down. And then that second week I was doing fine. And then that third week, it was Shanti. Shanti. Okay, Shanti. Thank you, Shanti. I appreciate you. But like the third week, which was this following week, 1, 2, 3 is like this following week is when I got winded, my chest was hurting. So you guys just make sure. Oh, I did lose some pounds though. Thank you. Thank you, Brianna. I did lose some pounds. Yeah, you were sick with COVID for a month. See, COVID is no joke. So you guys take care of yourself. Just because your body seems like everything is going like really great, just know, give yourself a break. And then me, I just keep going and going like the Duracell battery. And then I was laying in the bed again, couldn't come and talk to you guys. So that's how the Car Chronicles came up. So that's enough talking about that. Your doctor gave you prescription vitamin D, inhaler, and Z-Pack and locked my entire house down like how old school moms did chicken pot. Exactly. Exactly. That's right. So you guys take, if you guys are blessed enough to be able to work from home, take that time, take care of yourself, because there's some relapse in between there too. You feeling really great and all of a sudden your head starts hurting again. You feeling really great, all of a sudden you winded. So make sure you take care of yourself, okay? Make sure. Me and my kids still can't smell or taste after 3 months. What? I never lost my sense of taste. It was my sinus. It felt like I had a sinus infection and it was burning my nose. My nose is on fire. So y'all take care of yourself, okay? Just take care of yourself. Okay, let's go ahead and let's turn on Clubhouse. So those of you that have Clubhouse, enough talking about me. I was trying to wait for you guys to come on in here, and I want you guys so I can get some people in here. So for those of you that do have Clubhouse, you're welcome to join me on Clubhouse. What I'm going to do is I'm going to teach a little bit. After I teach a little bit, we're going to ask some questions. You can ask me some questions, and then I will shut down. I am on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and on Haps. Those of you, Haps is the new Periscope. So you use HAPPS, download it on your iPhone. I think you can do it on Android now. Download it and you can join me on Haps as well. And you guys come on here. And so for those of you guys, once I'm done with the few questions and answers, I shut down all the visual portals and then I go over to Clubhouse. So if you have Clubhouse, you're welcome to come over there, because I usually spend maybe like 20 minutes or something like that on Clubhouse, where you can actually come up on the stage and ask me questions if you want to. And so I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and turn on the start the room. Let's start the room, y'all, so we can get started. So I am grateful. Thank you guys. My beautiful doctor who has helped me so much. I'm finally ready to get your book. Oh, thank you. And just to let you guys know, hey there, Betty, Janet, Lady, Lakeisha. Ooh, that's a pretty name. Lakeisha. Hey, Barbette. Nina, James, Felicia, thank you for joining. Hey, Just Be Real, thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. We're getting ready to start. And just to let you guys know, I started on a second book. And when I started on a second book, I couldn't get the flow going like I wanted to. So I changed and I have another flow. I have a book that I am writing right now. Is 365 Days of Encouragement. Oh, Telsha, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Telsha. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I decree 1,000% back to you, 1,000-fold back to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. One day I'm gonna tell you a testimony about what you do for me. But for those of you, I am writing a book. It's 365 Days of Encouragement and Affirmations. Now, understandably, I know that many people. Hey, Judy. Hey, Miss Sonseria. Hopefully, I said that right. But I know many people, you have, the beautiful thing about the United States of America is we have the freedom of religion. You can believe, you can worship, you can be spiritual, you can be and have and worship whatever you want to. That is the freedom that you have. Now, as me in my house, I am a believer. I do confess my belief. I do confess my belief in Jesus Christ. And so I just want you to know that this book that I'm making is scripture based. And so it's 365 days of encouragement and affirmations and scripture based. And so it will bring you encouragement and is going to deal with your feelings. It deals with your feelings. It deals with your hurt. It deals with your trauma. It deals with you. And so each day you have something to look at. You have words of affirmation. You have something to look at that's coming from me and is backed up with scriptures. And so for those of you that it's gonna help a lot of people because and sometimes for people that are authors, sometimes you have something in mind, and then based on how you interact with people, you find out that there's a need for other things. And a lot of you guys that have been through especially this type of trauma, domestic violence, narcissist abuse, and you're coming out of it, sometimes you just need words of encouragement. Not just words of encouragement, you also need somebody to tell you that you're human and it's okay to hurt. Sometimes you need somebody to tell you, and in this book, you just need somebody to tell you that God is a father that loves his children. Like we love our children, he loves his children. And those of you that are not believers, that do not believe in God or Jesus Christ, take the principles out of what I say. Take the principles and apply it to yourself. Just like in my other book, apply it to how it applies to you. Whatever your belief is, how you meditate, who you worship, take that and just apply it to your situation. But you have words of affirmation, you have encouragement, and 365 days. I'm going to try to make it where you can also take notes in the book. So if you purchase the book, you can write notes in the book, for yourself. So excuse me. So I am working on my second book now. This one has more of a flow to it. The other one, it was taking me a while and I just couldn't. Sometimes if you are a writer, if you can't just get that flow going, you just have to kind of stop and back up. Like, okay, this is not flowing, but this book is actually flowing. This one is coming a little easier because I'm getting encouraged while I'm trying to encourage you guys. So let's go ahead and start on our topic. Thank you guys. Hello, Marcia. Oh, you're gorgeous. Hey, Marcia. And then who is this? This is Your Highness. Okay, girl, I see you. Hi, Lala. Thank you for joining me. So let's get started. So the title tonight is Feelings of Guilt and Family of Narcissists. And I was thinking about this before I came on. I wanted to close my eyes while I was talking because it was so much information in my head. And so let me just go ahead and focus, okay? So and I'm gonna answer questions later in Clubhouse. I'll come back and open the floor up when I'm done with the visuals. I'll come back and allow you guys to ask me questions. So some of you, now that you're older, you're getting an education and you're learning about narcissists. You're understanding the behavior, understanding, the language, you understand the abuse. A lot of us, and when I say a lot of us, because I talk about us as a whole, as a tribe, if you've grown up in a home and you look back, and a lot of times it was a matter of something is different about my family. I'm always having to, I feel obligated to making sure my family's taken care of. Now, we're talking about immediate family. We're talking about siblings, brothers, sisters, mother, father. Some of you guys may have been adopted. Some of you may have grown up in foster care or with adoptive families. But do know this one thing, like my mentor says, you are affected by who you are connected to. So that's in a bad relationship or a good relationship, you are affected by who you are connected to. And not only are you affected by who you're connected to, you're affected by your own family. And especially when you hear family tell you blood is thicker than water, family sticks together at all costs. It doesn't matter if you guys are fighting. It doesn't matter. You guys have to get along because family is family. But the problem is that then you grow up and you grow up with no boundaries because your boundaries were crossed at home. Sisters and brothers cross your boundaries. Mothers and fathers cross your boundaries, and they always made you feel obligated to take the abuse because it's family. No one else can abuse you, but your family can abuse you. A lot of you grew up in homes where there were attachment issues, and I talked about that in a class that I did, but there were attachment issues. And also, no, I'm doing a class in February. I think Miss Glinda asked me, but I'm doing a class in February, and I'm going to deal with grief and loss. I'm going to deal with the attachment theory. I'm going to deal with the grief and loss. And then after that, those people that register for the class are going to be a part of the support group. If you don't go to the class, you're welcome to pay for the support group. Those people that pay for the class, when I do the class, when I finish the class, probably the next day, I'm going to do a support group for those people that attended the class. And it's free to the people that attended the class. If you didn't attend the class, and there will be a fee for you to be in the support group. But I'm going to be dealing with grief and loss. I'm going to be dealing with attachment theories and help you to understand grief and loss. So some of you guys feel guilty because you feel obligated because that's what your parents told you. That's what your sisters and brothers told you. Yet you grew up in a household where you felt neglected, you felt rejected. It's you were always trying to make your parents love you. You were always trying to make them pay attention to you. It doesn't matter what you did. It's just you were never good enough. It felt like you were always the black sheep of the family. You were always the person that they taunted. Once you got older and you got away and you start looking at your family, a lot of people, just my family is just messed up. But you feel obligated to be there doing family events. But when you get to family events, it's like being at a Medea's family event. There's always someone in there that's going to start some trouble. There's always someone that's going to start some mess. There's always someone, you get there, you're going to fight this sibling or the parent, or they're always going to say something to embarrass you. They're always going to do something. And it gets to a point, and I said this in another video, where it gets to a point where you start hating holidays. Yeah, I hate Christmas. I hate Thanksgiving. It's not the fact that you hate the holiday. It's the fact that you hate the events that take place during the holiday. And you associate the events with the holiday. But it's actually not the holiday, because you can change your own traditions. You can create your own traditions. You have your own family. You can recreate traditions. You don't have to go with the traditions of your family. Especially most of you, or some of you, felt obligated that I have to be there because that's my family. And if I don't show up, my brothers and sisters are going to make me feel bad. They're going to guilt trip me. My parents are going to guilt trip me. Some of those parents are getting older, like, I can't believe you would treat me like this. I can't believe you would ignore me, because they feel that you should be obligated to them as parents. I'm your parent, so I can say and do whatever I want to do. But that is so not right, because if you're in a toxic environment, it's taking a toll on your health. You feel like no matter what I do, even when you get older and finally decide, I can't do this with my family anymore. I can't do this anymore. They're toxic. And so then you feel guilty because now your family is making you feel bad. And you guys know that when it comes to narcissists, whether it's narcissistic parents, narcissistic siblings, they have this tendency to, I was about to say articulate. They have a tendency to triangulate. And what they'll do is they triangulate, and it's like they get this group, and it's like a group of narcissists, a group of toxic people that come up against you to try to force you to comply with the rules of the family. Now you have stepped out of the family, or stepped out of the rules, or this toxic rules that they have set for the family. So they triangulate amongst each other. And the things that you find out is they talk about you behind your back. You can almost feel the tension when you get around them. They talk about you. They talk about you in a group. They may have meetings, or it's not even a meeting, phone calls, or they're on the phone line together, they're at each other's house, but they always have something negative to say about you. And everything that they say is a projection of themselves. Oh, this person, you are a troublemaker. And every time you come around, you always got something negative to say. You always have, and then on top of that, she's got a new family. He's got a new family, and he or she done forgot where they come from. It's not that you forgot where they come from, is that you don't want to be a part of the crabs in the pot. You don't want them pulling you down. So if you're not a part of the crabs in the pot and you've gotten away from that, and now you're happy, they don't like to see you happy without them being involved in your happiness. And then they can't believe that you truly are happy. They're always trying to pull you back into the family, pull you back into this nonsense. And then you may have been like the scapegoat. You may have just been the person that the family keeps silent about certain things and just don't talk about certain things. But when you come around, you see it like, so we just going to pretend like we don't see this big gorilla in the living room. Or we just going to pretend like there's no big pink elephant over here. Oh, we're going to pretend like we don't see the big lump in the carpet. Oh, so we're going to pretend like he didn't just do this right here. I'm not a part of that. And I'm not going to get involved. Then when they triangulate even around you, they vet each other against you. And so you, in the midst of this trauma, you go home with a headache. You hate your family. And some of you guys, and I'm going to say some things right now that some of you guys want to say and you're thinking, but you feel ashamed and embarrassed to say. Some of you guys actually say, I hate my family. which is not good. It's okay not to like family, but it's not good not to hate them. You don't want to hate family, but you just don't like your family. And when you have the freedom to say, I don't like my family, now you're like, I don't like my mama, I don't like my daddy, I don't like none of my siblings, I just don't like them. You don't want to hate them. You don't want to have hatred in your heart, for them. But it's nothing wrong with you not liking your family, because your family is full of trauma. And then some of you even look, now that you've got some of this information, now you're beginning to realize, oh my God, I didn't realize. And then it's not just one person that's a narcissist. You realize that more than one person in your immediate family is actually a narcissist. Then you begin to look back like, dang, my grandfather was a narcissist. My father was a narcissist. My brother is a narcissist. Or it could be my great grandmother, my grandmother, my mother, my sister, my daughter, and it may be all the women, it may be all the men. But you, all of a sudden, you're starting to notice like, oh my gosh, not only is it one sibling, it's all three siblings. Or it's not just one sibling, it's both of my parents or one of my parents. And it's really a painful realization. Like, I cannot believe that everybody in the family is a narcissist. And then the first thing a lot of you are thinking is like, and they're so smart that they're dumb. Like, you watch them, and now that you realize what is going on and you listen to them, it's almost like these folks are dumb. They're the smartest, dumbest people I've ever met. And like, the stuff that they talk about makes no sense. The stuff that they argue about makes no sense. Then you look at them like, they are messy. They are so messy. They always got something to say about other people. They're so critical. They're so judgmental. They always got something to say about people, but they can't even look at themselves. And half of the stuff that they're talking about applies to them. And some of you guys are like, oh my God, my whole family is a narcissist. And then the bad thing about it is like, what used to be cute as siblings, like some of you guys thought, that's just how my brother and sister is, that's just how they are. And remember what I say, a narcissist does not change with time. Tigers don't change their stripe. A narcissist gets worse with time. So what you thought was cute with your siblings, and that's just how they are, that's your personality. And as they get older, it gets worse. As they get older, they're critical, they're nasty, they talk about folks, they're busybodies, they're always in somebody's business. And then you have to remember, if they are quick, or if it's comfortable for them to talk about other people to you in your own family, your own siblings and your parents, I promise you they're talking about you. I promise you they're talking about you. And the most hurtful thing is there are family members, or there are siblings, like say if you're the oldest child, or say if you're like the most influential child, and you always have been all your life, then all of a sudden you find out that one of your siblings is actually jealous of you. They're so jealous over you that they're trying to remove you from the position that you have in the family. You can't remove somebody from the position in their family. You can't fire the oldest child from being the oldest child. It don't work that way. Or they'll find little secrets about you. They'll find little secrets about you and start telling people the secrets about you. She had an abortion. She had this right here. They always try to find something about you. And then you may have had anger problems when you were young. You may have wet to bed for a long time. It could be anything. But they'll take your secrets. They'll take little personal things about you that should not be shared with anybody and start telling people stuff about you. And really what they're doing is they're smear campaigning you. They're smear campaigning you because they can't stand that you get a lot of the attention. And it may not be the fact that you're seeking the attention. You just may be the person that's most influential in the family. You remember in high school where it says most likely to succeed? You might be that person that's most likely to succeed. You might be that person. You can look at your siblings and you can see all their talents, and they're not using none of their talents. A lot of them could be lazy. A lot of them are angry because you're successful, but they have the same opportunities as you had. You have some of them that they look at you and they're upset that possibly you're doing things, and you may not be married, you may not have any children, whatever the situation may be, and then they hate on you. It's the best terminology I can use at this particular time. But they may hate on you. And then they smear your name. And it's like, it doesn't matter who who they talk to. They already know that once they meet you, that these people will like you. So what they do is they smear your name and set you up before the person even meets you. So by the time you meet people, that are meeting your family the first time, when you first meet people, they already have an attitude. They already have an attitude towards you. And then they have an attitude toward you, but they really don't know where you come from and the fact that you may have been a street fighter at one time. Like, you know what? I have changed. And then they never accept your change. They always see you as the what you were at one time. They always see you where you were, and they never allow you to grow up. They never allow you to change. And anything that you do, if you were mean at one time, if you cuss folks out at one time, and now you've changed and you've grown up and those things don't bother you, but you're still the type of person, you won't let people run over your boundaries, and you're not going to let them push your boundaries, and you just are who you are and that's your personality, then all of a sudden you're the person that's the controller. You're the person that's got an issue with pride and vanity. And they're really projecting themselves on you. You're the one that needs to change. And we were talking. Don't you hate that when they say we were talking, and then we were talking, we were thinking? They always speak on behalf of the group, of the siblings and the parents, or the parents speaking on behalf of because for some reason they assume that if I use we, that it is a collaboration of all of us thinking together, and all of us have made this decision that you are like this, and you think it to yourself, and you the ringleader. You the ringleader, and you got issues. And if this doesn't work for you, and you act a fool, and you talk about folks, but just like you angry at me at this particular time because I won't comply or do what you want me to do or submit to your control, then you gonna talk about the other siblings when they do the same thing. And it's a cycle. But when you break that cycle and step out, you don't have a reason to feel guilty. And the biggest thing for most people is you have a guilty conscience because that's my family, though. My parents are getting old, and nobody's going to take care of them. You got 18 brothers and sisters, but you the one that's got to take care of them. You got 18 brothers and sisters, but you're the one that uses all your resources. You're the one that they're always going to, because you may be the most productive one. They use up all your resources. They use up all your money, and you just freely give it because you feel like that's my family. And then you also find yourself very codependent. Well, I'm not going to say codependent. You also become an enabler. And so when they have debts or when they have problems with finances, you're the one who's always got to fix it. Especially if you're like the older child, you're the one who's always got to fix it. You're the one who always got to pay this off. And we don't want them to argue. So they use you. And then they always they act helpless. So they'll act helpless because they know if I act helpless, I know that you're going to fix it. You're going to fix it. You're going to fix it. Sometimes you have to take a step back and think for a minute. You can drive yourself crazy. Do you know that people are having nervous breakdowns? We call them nervous breakdowns. Do you know people are having psychotic episodes, nervous breakdowns, health issues? People are collapsing from exhaustion, and they're crying. They feel less than, they feel unworthy, and really it's the family that you're attached to. And you don't have to feel guilt. You can love family from a distance. You can love your family from a distance. But if it's not a healthy environment, who's telling you got to stay? But their family. Yep, but their family, and they are very toxic. Their family, and they're abusing you. The people closest to you are doing more harm to you than the people on the outside. The people that are closest to you, family, sisters and brothers and mothers and fathers, they're doing more damage than a person on the outside. Your family doing more damage than a person that's dating you. And then you get involved with a narcissist. So now it's a battle between the narcissistic parent and the narcissistic boyfriend or girlfriend. Now they're fighting for, because you're property. You don't have to feel guilty about making certain decisions when it comes to breaking away from family. You can love family from a distance. You don't have to hate them. She said, I don't like my mother. You don't have to like them, but you don't want to hate them. But you don't have to like them. And a lot of times when you distance yourself from your family, you can love them and appreciate them, pray for them, meditate for them, whatever you do from a distance. That means that every Thanksgiving and every Christmas, I'm going to enjoy myself, and I'm going to create new traditions. You have to be prepared, though, when you break away from the flock, when you break away from that tribe, or those narcissists. You have to be prepared that there's going to be a spokesperson out of that group to make you feel bad about your decision. Anytime a person has to manipulate you to get you back to where you were, that's unhealthy, because you have your own will, you have your own thoughts. Present the information to me, allow me to make my own decisions, allow me to think for myself. But anytime a person has to make you feel guilty or shame you or dog you out or make you feel, bad about the fact that you have gotten happiness and peace without them, that right there means that they are superimposing their will on you. And nobody has the right. You are responsible for your healing and your happiness. No one is responsible for your healing and happiness but you. There was Dane that actually made the comment. I can't believe that people ask you questions like that. I actually, that second video that I did that especially for you. These are real questions, real questions from real viewers. So thank you, Dane. But you don't have to feel guilty about having to step outside your family. And sometimes what happens is you find a tribe or you find family that really does care about you. You find out that everybody is not toxic. People make mistakes. People are not always right. People make mistakes. They may hurt you, but they come back like, that was not my intention, sis. I really apologize. I got to work on myself too. And then they try, so not everybody is a narcissist, and not everybody is horrible. People are still human. People make mistakes. People say dumb stuff. That doesn't make them narcissists, but at the same time, you still have the right to pick and choose who you want to be around, to include your own family. So don't let them make you feel guilty. It's okay to cut yourself off. You feel guilty or you feel obligated, and yet your mother and father may be sitting on millions of dollars, but they want all your money because they don't want to spend their money just because. No one has the right to control you. Nobody has the right to control you. And you have the right to create your own traditions, your own family traditions. And if going over to your family's house gives you a headache, a migraine, and you feel sick and you need 3 months to recover, don't go. Ain't no problem. Don't go. And get your own peace and quiet. Start your own tradition. Get you a little tree, watch Lifetime movies, get you some coffee, get you some hot tea, some hot cocoa, get you a blankie, sit on that couch, enjoy yourself, cross your legs. You can get dressed up and sit in the living room if you want to, but it's up to you. So hopefully this helped tonight. And I appreciate you guys listening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up for questions, Clubhouse. If you give me just a few minutes, I will be right back to you. I'm going to keep on talking. I'm going to answer some questions here on the visual social medias. So you guys, if you guys can give me about 10 minutes to answer some questions, and then I'll go over here to Clubhouse and I'll allow Clubhouse to ask me some questions as well. So if you guys would like to ask me some questions, ask me some questions. You needed to hear this. I am glad. No more guilt. No more guilt, y'all. Dr. Brian, I'm going through the process with my current family. I'm trying to figure out how to cut them all off. Thank you. It's a decision you have to make, Kayana. You're trying to figure out how to cut them off. You got to figure out how to cut them off. You got to figure out how to cut them off. What is it? Does it mean not going over to family events anymore? Does it mean, and you may have to do it slowly. You know what I mean? Hey, Nisha Lee, you're so welcome. Does it mean that, maybe slowly pulling yourself away from, uh, pulling yourself away from specific family events. You just decided Thanksgivings, I'm not coming here anymore, or Christmases, I'm not coming anymore. So it might be something that happens slowly. Or if you can just walk away from everything. It's up to you. It depends on what you can handle. What is it that you are a part of? You don't have to pick up the phone all the time. Lady Eagle said, I wish I heard this information many years ago. No more guilt. I feel so free. Exactly. Let's see. What is the number one sign of family narcissist abuse? Well, you got to watch a lot of my videos. That's a lot of information because, it's not like I can just give you like 5 things to look out for. If you go watch my videos and watch a lot of those videos, watch my videos. Tell Shit with the T on MPD is on here. You can watch her videos. My mother does videos. Helen Sadler, your Destiny Helper. And as you're listening to because I can't just give you like 5 things to look for. You really have to listen to the videos because the videos go in depth and in depth. And when the videos go in depth, you'll be able to, pick up on certain traits that they have or certain things that you're doing that just kind of solidifies or validates, what you're looking for, what you think. And it's not is it like I said, everybody's not a narcissist. Some people have narcissistic traits, and I even did a video on that, narcissistic traits versus narcissistic personality disorder. So just watch the videos and you can pick up, I mean, some of the things is making you feel guilty, guilt tripping you, making you feel guilty. You don't feel like you are connected to the family. You feel abused. It's like you're always hurting. You're always hurting. You're always made to feel bad. Now, I'm not saying that narcissist abuse. It could be just a toxic family. You know. So just watch the videos, and it'll give you some insight, and you can pinpoint, because I don't know your family. So I would need to know more information about your family in order to pinpoint it. Hey there, Ellen. How are you? You are so, thank you for giving confirmation about the situation I've been dealing with. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, Ellen. Sometimes we grow up with our sisters and brothers and parents, but the thing about it is sometimes we have to make a decision to, I love you enough to let you go, because if I stay close to you, I'm going to cuss you out. Now, I don't cuss, but I'm going to cuss you out. I'm going to hate you. I'm going to say some things, and you're not going to make me act out of character. So instead of me acting out of character and telling you about yourself because I know you fragile, I much rather just, I much rather just back up away and love you from a distance, because I know I can hurt you. So some of you guys know that you can hurt them back, but what point does that serve for you to get on their level? What point does that serve for you to act out of character? You've changed. You're not the person that you were at one time. And it's almost like they always try to pull you back to who you used to be. And that's not the person that you are. So now you have to do things that they're not accustomed to you doing, meaning I don't have to be involved with y'all, but I'm going to love you from a distance, but I don't have to be involved with y'all. Let's see. No contact was the best advice ever. Absolutely. Josh Different Vlog said, I'm the scapegoat of my family. I think I have to go no contact. It's no way. My mom says she was going to stab me. What? And is now slandering my name because I won't fall in line. Well, you know what, Josh? You're going to have to do what you got to do. How your parents threaten to stab you? Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. But you know what, Josh? You got to do what you got to do for your peace of mind. And so that you don't hate your family. You got to do what you got to do. Oh my God, threaten to stab you. That might be a dangerous situation, because sometimes the stuff that they say, they'll try it just to see if they can do it. So, you be careful, number one. And number two, you got to do what you got to do. Dr. Carmen, how do you deal with the guilt of creating a child and having to parallel parent with a narcissist? You know what? I'm trying to think. Was this in my book, or was I going to talk about this? We make mistakes. We make decisions, and sometimes the decisions we make are not informed decisions. So it's not like a narcissist is going to come and hand you their resume and say, hey, just want you to know, I'm a narcissist. I'm going to tear your heart out of your chest. I'm going to make you miserable. I'm going to torment you. I mean, if someone just hands that to you and tells you that, I'm quite sure that we'll, make a decision like, you know what, I'm not going to get myself involved with that. You have to learn to forgive yourself. A lot of us have kids by narcissists, but we didn't know. We were young. We didn't know. We didn't know what a narcissist was. Matter of fact, I was going to school. I didn't know what a narcissist was, and that was long before I started going to school. No, I started going to school, but I was on one degree. I hadn't made it into the psychology degree, but, there was nobody there to mentor you. A lot of times there's nobody there to mentor you, nobody there to talk to you. These videos didn't exist. And so you can't beat yourself up for information that you didn't have. You were ignorant. Ignorant just means lacking knowledge. You didn't have that knowledge. So you can't beat yourself up for something that you did not know. Now you procreated with this individual. Now you know. But you know what? Now you have a chance to speak into your child's life, to do things differently without anxiety. Don't raise your children in fear. Raise your children and be genuine. That's one thing that the narcissist can't do. A narcissist cannot be genuine. You can be genuine. You can love your children. You can spend quality time. It's not about the money and all the stuff that they, because you can't compete with some narcissists. You can't compete with, because they have more money than you do. But one thing that they don't have is that genuine love, care, and quality time. Time that you spend with your child, making memories. What are they going to remember? All the stuff that the father or the mother bought them? Or are they going to remember little things when you had conversations with them talking about, let's make this food dish. Let's do this right here. It's the little things that they're going to remember. Create those memories. But stop beating yourself up. There's nothing you can do to change what has happened or the thought process that you had. There's nothing you can do about that. That's in the past. That's over with. Forgive yourself and move on. You can't live in the past. It's over and done with. You know, it's 5 kids. I don't know who's a narc and who's a borderline. I think me and my little brother, Invisible Child, are the only two who are not narcs because we both have had less abuse, I guess. You know what, Josh? You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Your mom threatening to stab you. What kind of mother is that to threaten to stab you? You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do, Josh, and you can get a new tribe. You meet people, and if they don't set right with you, cut them off. That's the right that you have. You have the right to set up boundaries for yourself, to include with your family. Thank you, Nisha Lee. Thank you. Hi, Nikki. Thank you so much. Seriously, I didn't understand until I started listening to your videos what a narcissist was. Epic advice. Bless it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's see. Hold on. I got some questions over here. It says, are you able to please do a video on adult children of alcoholic families, as I'm a scapegoat and now want to leave without feeling guilty? I did a video on scapegoat children, the golden child. I did a video not on the alcoholic families. I did one on narcissistic families, scapegoat, golden child, invisible child. You have to go through my videos and you have to find it in there, but I did do a video on that. Let's see. The fixer, the mediator, the problem solver, the enabler. Yep. And then there's the quiet child. You got the quiet child. Let's see. The golden child. So you can give them whatever names. 3 minutes. Okay. You give them whatever names, but that's the cycle. It originated from the alcoholic families, but when you look at the description, it applies to the narcissistic families as well. But it did originally come from alcoholic families, but it applies to the narcissistic families, because everybody plays a role. And remember, the narcissist is like a sun that revolves, that everybody revolves around this sun. So everybody plays a role. And then that enabler, or that enabler, which is usually like the husband or the wife, is the one to make sure that everybody stays in their role. And if anybody comes out of orbit, trust me, they're going to triangulate, and all of a sudden you become the problem kid. You're the one that's the problem, and you came out of orbit, and you are not a part of this collaboration or whatever it is. Hot mess, that's what I call it. My mom called my sisters out of their names, and I told her if she do that to me, I'll be done with her. You giving her ultimatums, but trust me, she'll do it just to see what you're gonna do. You're doing God's work. Keep exposing the narc blueprint. Thank you, Leon. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. 2 minutes? Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Angel. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's see. Teach empathy, my goal with grandkids. Absolutely. You can teach empathy. It is taught, you know. And if no one, you come up in a family where no one taught you that, you'll have a low empathy. You'll have a very low empathy scale. That doesn't mean you don't have empathy. That doesn't mean you're a narcissist. But if you're not taught empathy, it's something that you may have to learn as you're getting older. So as you get older, you're learning empathy. You're learning how to have empathy. All right, y'all. Well, let me come over here to Clubhouse and answer some questions. These lights over here are hot. I am hot. Woo. I got these long arm drop food all over my shirt. But it is hot. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. I'm on my way over here. Just Be Real said, thank you, gatekeepers. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Let's see. So, okay. Well, I'm coming over here to a Clubhouse. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much, Danielle. Thank you so much for being here. It is hot up under these lights. I'm surprised these eyebrows are not melting off my face. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being patient with me as I was going through, the COVID situation. So, and thank you for supporting me on TikTok. You guys go look for me on TikTok. Hey, Christy, I hope you're feeling better. Beautiful self. Hopefully you're feeling better. But thank you so much, Mr. George. I appreciate you too. Thank you so much. Thank you. First of all, let me go back. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you for being patient with me while we were getting through this COVID situation. Hey, Miss Shirley, thank you so much. Good night to you too. But thank you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you for being patient with me. Those of you that, I got a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of you guys on YouTube, come over there and support me over there on TikTok. on TikTok. It's usually 3-minute videos. It's not very long. And then if I answer some question from viewers, usually when I'm answering question from viewers, if you guys send me questions, whatever you do, please, if I do it on TikTok and you guys email me questions, try not to make the question so long, because when you make the question long, it's going to take a whole 3 minutes of the video for me to read your question. So if you just send me a question, I have 3 minutes. I usually can talk pretty fast, and I can answer some of your questions on TikTok as we go through and during the week. So that kind of alleviates me having to do the 14 minutes, 16 minutes, 26-minute videos. My little connection. Okay, there we go. But sometimes it kind of, because making longer videos takes a little while, takes a lot of energy, takes a little study for me to do the videos. But if you send me some questions, email me some questions, make sure they're kind of short questions, that I have 3 minutes, there's a little timer on the TikTok. And then sometimes I can make it go a little longer, of course, part 1, part 2, part 3. But send me, just don't make it a big book, because by the time I'm done reading it, it's the whole 3 minutes on the video. And then sometimes I do get on there and some people ask some crazy questions, and so, or just make some crazy comments. So of course I address them because they want to be seen and they want to be heard. So I make sure I put it on TikTok, some of these ridiculous questions that they ask. So I just help them out, especially to the person that wanted to marry me so they can talk to me all day. Right. You find out that I'm kind of quiet. Matter of fact, Danielle sees, you see, as much as I talk, Danielle now sees me in person, and you don't see me talking a lot, do you, Danielle? I talk when you come and talk to me, but I don't talk a lot. You don't see me in there talking a lot. So I appreciate you. Ooh, marry me to talk to me. Yep. Just so they can talk to me. I'm like, ooh, you're going to be bored because I like quiet. I know, right, Dane? Dane, when you coming to the church to visit? You ain't that far away from us. You're supposed to be coming to visit us at the church. I'm looking forward to meeting you. You got to come to the church because you've been on here for a long time and we still haven't met you. You got to come over to the church so we can meet you. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to go over here to Clubhouse. I appreciate you guys. I'm just babbling and talking. I'm sorry. See, Danielle said, nope, you don't talk too much. See, I talk if I have to, but I don't try to talk too much. I'll be over there cleaning the church and minding my business. But I appreciate you guys. So come on over here to Clubhouse. If you're not on Clubhouse already, hey, just want you to know, first of all, if you need counseling, if you're in the state of Washington and you need mental health counseling, you can contact me at drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. Let me know what insurance you have so I can find out if I'm in network with your insurance company. If you're not in the state of Washington, I cannot provide you with counseling or therapy. You can go to betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. And what happened is they'll give you a 10% discount. If you're having financial issues, they'll work with you to make sure you get into therapy. Some of these people, you are so welcome, Josh, and make sure you let us know what happens, because now you done got a family and you got a tribe and they're going to want to know what happened. But you can get to betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. They'll give you a 10% discount. If you have any financial issues, they will work with you. If you go look on the site, there are a lot of therapists that do understand narcissist abuse now. You can ask that question. For those that want coaching, you're welcome to contact me, Dr. Carmen Bryant at outlook.com. Let me know you're interested. I will send you my fees for services. It is not free, child. It is not free. Mama got bills to pay, honey, but it is not free. You ain't gonna get no free consultation. I do charge because this is a business. For those of you, I will post it on Ticket Leap. Give me this week and I'll post it on Ticket Leap, ticketleap.com, at overcoming narcissist abuse.ticketleap.com. Give me this week and I will post the class that I'm going to be doing. I will be doing a class on grief and loss and attachment theories. Why you hurt the way that you hurt, the loss and the attachment, the loss of the attachment and why it hurts. And then those people that register for that class and come to that Zoom class, which is a private class, the next day, usually within the next day or so, I will have a support group, because usually when I do an hour like that of teaching, then the next day I'll do an hour support group and we're going to be talking about grief and loss. If you cannot come to the class, there will be a fee for the support group, and I will have all that available on Ticket Leap, and I will post it tomorrow or Tuesday. Okay, so you guys come and join me over here on Clubhouse. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. Yep, silent and listen, same letters. Yes, it is. But thank you guys so much for supporting me, and you guys have a wonderful evening. Make sure you follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. I'm on Podbean. I haven't been doing anything on Podbean lately because I have so many different places that I am. And over here on Clubhouse on Sundays. So please, go ahead and hit the like or hit the follow, and make sure you follow Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. Make sure you go check out Telsha with the T on MPD. Make sure also my sister Bishop Kathy Gibson, she's going to be coming on. My Life is Intentional, very powerful. You guys go look at the haps that they did last week, I think it was. Her and her mom, our mom, Helen Sadler, Apostle Helen Sadler, and they actually were talking about narcissism relationships. But it was very powerful. It was good. But go check that out, okay? So you guys come on over here to Clubhouse. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. You guys have a good evening. You guys go be great, okay? So good night, Instagram. Good night, Facebook and YouTube. You guys have a wonderful